Hi, Rob here from skidsteersolutions.com, and I'm here with the Raptor Boom Arm mower from Eterra. Today I'm going to show you just how easy it is to set up, operate safely and effectively. Also with me today is Andy. He's our lead technician at skidsteersolutions.com. He's never operated a Raptor Boom Arm before, so what we're going to do is we're going to teach him everything he needs to know to become an expert operating this attachment. As with everything, practice makes perfect. So let's get started with attachment connection. So what we want to first do is make sure that we're safely connected to the attachment. So what Andy's going to do is he's going to back up. He's going to take his quick attach. This is a universal quick attach. You'll find this on all modern skid steers and compact track loaders. In this case, he's got a powered unit, which he can actually operate the pins from inside the cab. He's going to back up. He's going to drive up into the attachment. In the back, there's an attachment lip here. He's going to make sure that this edge goes underneath this lip. As he gets up to it, he's going to roll up inside the attachment and slightly lift the heel of it up a little bit, and then he'll make sure this attachment pins go down. He will then push forward a little bit and make sure that those pins have made contact inside the attachment. And that by doing that, he knows that the attachment is securely connected to the machine. Okay, now he's driven the heel right up into the attachment plate. Now these levers will go down, no problem. If he's not lined up properly and the pins aren't lined up, these levers will not go down. They'll be stuck there. And people have a tendency to get a hammer out and try to hammer them down. But the reason they're not going down is there's something wrong here. It's not attaching into the slots at the back of the attachment. The smartest thing to do is to back up, have a look and see if there's something conflicting with the attachment. Okay, the levers are down, he's connected, we're ready to go. So the next thing we're gonna do is attach the hoses. So you can shut it off there, Andy. If we've done it right previously and released the pressure in the machine and the hoses should go on very easily. So one of the things we want to do is we always want to wipe them down. So I've got a little rag here. We don't want to introduce dirt into our system. So we just always wipe the face of our couplers, make sure everything's good and clean. Okay, these are our two high flow lines here. Next thing is our case drain. And then we're going to do our electrical. Without this connection, nothing's going to work. And that's it. We've now safely connected our Raptor Boom to our skid steer or our compact track loader, and we're ready to get to work. So this was a really easy attachment to set up, right, Andy?
Yeah, it's very similar to every other attachment.
So what we want to do though is it is a little bit unique compared to other attachments because it allows you to work outside of your standard envelope, which is mainly the front of the machine. Using this Raptor Boom Arm, we're able to reach outside of that envelope. And so what we want to do is just highlight a few of the key points that are really important to know. One is we've got the sickle bar. It's a 5-foot sickle on here. You want to make sure that you're always maintaining eye contact with this. You always want to know where this bar is, for the simple reason that you can reach quite a ways out to the side or up. You don't want to be taking out power lines. You don't want to be taking out things that are stationary on the side. However, if you do hit something stationary, Eterra has figured that out, and they've put an actuator on the side here that has a breakaway feature. If you exert more than 700 pounds onto the front of this, it will allow this to move up out of the way. That's a really good feature to have. It also works in reverse. If you're backing up and you don't have quite good visibility, but you think you do, and it catches on something, it's going to allow it to move forward. Another really good feature that keeps your investment safe. With that said, we move on to the arm. We want to make sure that when we're actuating it, we are keeping in contact, our eye contact with this boom arm and making sure that nothing gets away from us, that we can see that the arm is not stuck somewhere or whatever. We do not want to, once it's caught in something, if we're reaching into a deep ditch and there's a bunch of grass, but we think that it's contacted something, we don't want to drive away. Because now the machine you're exerting all of the force of the machine and it's pulling on the arm, and that is something that will damage your arm. We've talked about setup and we've talked about safety. So the next thing we're going to do is get Andy up in the machine. We're going to teach him all about the controls and how that relates to the actuation of the Raptor Boom Arm mower. So now I have Andy up in the machine and we're going to teach him the 9 functions of the Raptor Boom Arm mower. That is boom up, boom down, boom out, boom in, head rotate out, head rotate in, swing back, swing forward, and then the last function is to turn the mower head on. So Andy, let's start the machine. And what we want to do is get the machine going, have the hydraulics in the operational condition, lock the hydraulics on in the forward direction, and then we can start using our functions. Go ahead. Okay, you can see the hose is tense up. That means that everything's operating and there's flow going through the control. So we're going to start on the left stick. We're going to do our boom up, boom down function, and that is the left stick up and down. So go ahead, lift it up. See the boom arm going up, okay, and down. Okay, and stop. Okay, and then if we go left and right on the left joystick, that's going to make our boom go out and go in. So away we go, going left and right. There you go. See it's going out, and then pull it back in. Okay, now on the right joystick, that is our control to move our mower head out and move our mower head in, and then swing forward and swing back. So we'll do the mower head first. So go up and down on the mower head, and back. Okay, and now we'll swing the boom. And we always want to, whenever we swing the boom, we want to be watching to make sure, because now we're taking it out of our sight path on the front and we're going to the side. So we want to make sure that we're clear, we're not going to hit something. Okay, and then bring it back. Okay, now the last function is to start the mower head. The mower head will not inadvertently start by touching the button. You have to hold the button down for 6 seconds before it comes on, and it has to be a constant. You can't just hold it and then start again. So now we're going to hold it down for 6 seconds. And it should start right now. Okay, now all we have to do to turn it off is tap it. Give it a tap. Okay, and it stops. So you don't have to hold it for 6 seconds to get it to stop. That again is for emergency purposes, so that the thing will shut off right away if anything happens. And that's it. We're off and ready now. He's going to take it through some testing here just to get familiarize himself with the boom operation, and we'll be good to go. Every Raptor Boom Arm mower ships with a Skid Steer Genius Super Controller. What that is a compact controller that mounts inside the cab of any compact track loader, skid steer, even some people put them in tractors. From that control box comes 2 micro joysticks that are mounted on the handle, and also from that box comes out a 14-pin connector that gets mounted out on your boom. By putting these micro joysticks on the handles of your machine, you're able to use your thumbs to control every function. And you're able to do multiple functions at the same time. So you can move the boom out and up at the same time while you're rotating the head and turning the mower head on. It's so simple. It's absolutely the easiest thing that we've been able to come up with for people to be able to operate this type of attachment. We've done setup, we've done safety, we've done controls, and he's been out here practicing. Now it's time to set him loose and let him do some cutting. So Andy's been out here for about 10 minutes, cutting down various saplings and different types of grasses out in this field. It's been working extremely well. He's using a 5-foot sickle. And I just want to remind everybody that we have 3 distinctive types of mowers that go on the Raptor Boom Arm. And that's the sickle bars, which come in a 5-foot, 7-foot, and 9-foot, as well as a flail mower, which is a 36-inch, and it does a great job of just mulching up the material. If you want to do something much larger, we have the 48-inch Cyclone cutter, which gets in there and just cuts it down. If you want to see how those operate, check out our other videos. But I'm going to let Andy get back to work and see what he can do. we're done for the day. What we're gonna do now is get Andy to demonstrate to us how to safely park the machine, so you can either leave the attachment sitting, not connected to the machine, or you could load it on a trailer. Okay, that's good. What we wanna do is we wanna heel the attachment down so this comes down and makes a 3-point contact with the ground. Swing it down. Okay, now what he's gonna do is he's gonna unhook the quick attach, and how he does that is this machine is equipped with an automatic one that's inside the cab. So he's gonna do that from inside the cab, and just engage here. Okay, we're gonna roll away from it and drive backwards, but only a little bit because our hoses are still connected. The reason our hoses are still connected is it allows us now to make any adjustments. If maybe we had this up too high and it was leaning too far forward, we could still make the adjustment with the hoses being connected because he's still running hydraulics. And you just give a quick little hit so you can show, just push this down a little bit, there. See, so you can see him, that's good. So you can see that he's adjusting it, right? So that's a really good thing. So we're able to get it absolutely perfect on the ground. So the next thing we're gonna do now is we'll shut off our hydraulics. Okay, now everything's turned off. And we're gonna take our hoses off. We wanna take the electrical off first because people have a tendency to forget about the electrical. They'll disengage the hoses and then they'll drive away and leave the electrical connected. So I always like to take this off first, make sure it's out of the way. We wanna relieve the pressure. This machine, what we wanna do is push on these, the low flow fittings here. That's gonna relieve the pressure in the high flow as well. So we just wanna push on that. Okay, and then that's gonna make it much easier to take these off. And then the last thing we do is our case drain. Okay, I'm just putting it on the ground here for demonstration. Now Andy can drive away. Let's back up a little bit. And now you see the machine. It's perfect, it's not going anywhere, there's no way it can fall over. So we've taught Andy everything he needs to know to be proficient in the operation of the Raptor Boom Arm mower. If you've been paying attention to this video, you can be an expert as well. To learn more about the Raptor Boom Arm, contact us at skidsteersolutions.com.